Time now for the morning rush. We start with John Smith.
Our next big weather maker continues to be the cold front that works its way across eastern New Mexico. We are going to continue to deal with fog at least through the mid-morning hours across the southeastern corner of the state. That fog will burn off. We'll see more sunshine by the afternoon, and as we head into tomorrow, another round of fog possible tomorrow morning, but things will start to moderate temperature-wise as we head through the end of the week. Fernanda?
New York, Philadelphia, and San Francisco are suing the Department of Defense, saying it failed to report names of service members who were not allowed to own guns. The most glaring failure was Devin Kelley, who killed 26 worshipers in Sutherland Springs, Texas in November. He served at Holloman Air Force Base and was convicted of domestic assault. The lawsuit seeks an injunction and judicial oversight to make sure the Defense Department is meeting its obligations to submit records. What the Pentagon says it's doing now, coming up in the 5 Facts. Crystal.
We're learning new details about a gunfight at a CVS pharmacy in northeast Albuquerque, sending 3 people to the hospital. The Journal reports security guards and 2 others got into a fight last night around 9. When officers arrived, they found 1 person shot on scene. 2 others had already been taken to the hospital. APD says they are recovering from non-life-threatening injuries this morning. Despite new details about a bizarre case in southeast Albuquerque, police are reaching out to the public for help this morning. APD is looking for more information about a woman found decapitated in the Fort Hills area. Her body was found in a field Saturday morning. Police say she had other massive injuries to her body. At this point, there are no suspects being named. If you know anything about this, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. On to news happening today. We expect to learn the name of the suspect involved in a deadly officer-involved shooting in Roswell. The Roswell SWAT team was serving an arrest warrant on East Pine Lodge Road when they say they saw the suspect and that he barricaded himself inside a building and started shooting at officers. Officers shot back, killing him. We'll let you know when they do release more details. Stay with us throughout the day. New numbers this morning show New Mexico is no longer one of the top 10 states when it comes to most fatal overdoses in the nation. The Centers for Disease Control says New Mexico had 497 fatal overdoses, which is 4 more than in 2015. However, due to a spike in deaths in Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, and in Maine, New Mexico has been pushed out of the top 10 to 12th in the nation. A woman is waking up behind bars after deputies say she caused a deadly rollover on I-40. Witnesses say 22-year-old Juliana Montaño was tailgating another driver, Patricia Urban, then cut her off, causing Urban's SUV to hit the median and to roll. Urban died on scene that night. Deputies say Montaño claims that she was blackout drunk and did not remember driving.
People in the east, Midwest, and the plains are bracing for bitterly cold temperatures, expected to stick around until after the new year. Extreme weather is already setting records this week in some parts of the U.S. A Christmas storm dumped more than 60 inches of snow in Erie, Pennsylvania, a new record high there. As for New Mexico, we are looking at much quieter weather. In fact, Metro Thread Index only at a 1 for today. We have that chilly morning this morning. Then temperatures will warm up nicely through the afternoon, especially for central and western New Mexico. Crystal?
A test center at White Sands Missile Range has logged nearly 5,500 missions, making 2017 a busy year. Those missions include firing missiles and rockets, laser tests, and training in F-16 fighter jets in southern New Mexico. The test center commander says the missions allow the U.S. military to be prepared at all times with cutting-edge technology. On to news happening today. Live look over Washington, D.C., where the National Park Service is scheduled to remove a substantial part of the Jackson magnolia tree at the White House. That tree has stood on the south lawn for nearly 2 centuries. It's decayed over time. It's no longer structurally sound. There are 2 other trees, but the Jackson magnolia is by far the oldest. A new report published by Bloomberg predicts China will overtake the U.S. economy. The report by the Center for Economics and Business Research says Asia's major economies will continue to grow in the coming years. It does predict China, Japan, India, and the U.S. will be the 4 largest economies in 2032, with China pushing the U.S. out of the #1 spot. John.
Now let's take a look at your traffic, and the good news is we don't have any incidents to report. In fact, it looks like the freeways are moving smoothly across the city. So we still have a few people taking the day off as people extend their vacations for the holidays. So expect a little bit less in the way of cars on the roadways this morning. That will make for a little bit lighter commute. Of course, just stay safe out there.
Okay, here's something interesting. I actually like the story. Are you looking for a job in the new year? You may see more jobs featuring the titles of guru, genius, rock star, maybe even Ninja. Indeed.com says prospective employers are using the playful monikers to attract applicants for otherwise ordinary jobs. Experts warn, though, using them on your resume could backfire, making you seem less serious. I don't know. People would want to see me as a ninja, right?
Yeah, I kind of like to be known as the weather guru. I don't know.
The weather ninja.
Yeah.
All right, listen to this story. Tesla founder and CEO Elon Musk says the electric car company will make a pickup truck after the release of its next model. In a message on Twitter, Musk said, "I promise that we will make a pickup truck right after Model Y." The Model Y is an electric SUV that's due for release in about 2 years. Tesla has mainly focused on producing cars, but has branched out in recent years. That's going to be kind of interesting.
Yeah, well, you got to have variety. I mean, not everyone wants to drive a car. Some people want a truck.
Yeah, but trucks are so much bigger. I don't know. We'll see how that shapes up. Okay, time for the 5 facts.
At number 5, the Biopark Society is looking for sponsors to help pay for the Penguin Chill exhibit coming next summer. A $1,000 to $5,000 donation will get your name engraved on a penguin silhouette in the underwater viewing gallery. The biggest and so-called dream style level sponsorship options for the Penguin Chill exhibit are available, including the $250,000 hospitality deck that will overlook the concert area, or the education gallery for a whopping $500,000.
On to number 4 now. UNM police now releasing surveillance video showing a UNM student's car getting robbed on Christmas. That car belongs to Lobo women's basketball player Linnea Bryan, who woke up at the Lobo Village Apartments to her car broken into, thousands of dollars in presents gone. The video shows a suspect on a bicycle pull up to her car, peek inside, break in. If you know anything about this, you have to call authorities.
At number 3, we are going to see a quick warm-up in the Albuquerque metro area with more sunshine by the afternoon. The cold air continues across the east.
Number 2 now, legislative session just weeks away. This morning, New Mexico senator is looking for the votes needed to see if a soda tax is the answer to the state's deficit. Democrat Jerry Ortiz-Pino will introduce a Senate joint memorial. Ortiz-Pino says soda should be taxed like all other non-food items. His memorial is not a bill like Santa Fe that they try to pass, so it won't change the law. Just a study to see if the tax increase would be beneficial. However, if the study shows a financial benefit, a bill will be drafted and reviewed come 2019. On to number 1 now. A case linked to New Mexico is now at the center of a major lawsuit against the feds. 3 large cities now suing the Department of Defense for failing to report the names of service members who were disqualified from owning a gun. This comes after the Sutherland Springs Baptist Church massacre. It was discovered the shooter served at Holloman Air Force Base. He was convicted of domestic assault, should not have been able to purchase guns legally. However, that conviction was never reported to the national database. Now, New York City, San Francisco, Philadelphia, they've all filed suits against the DOD, asking to ensure this doesn't happen again. Pentagon says it's going back over old cases to make sure violent criminals are reported to the FBI.